So today, your very amateur baker is baking a Kazanak Platt from David Atherton. It's in one of my many magazines, Delicious. And David Atherton, you might remember, was Bake Off 2019 winner. And he's just been on Strictly. I think he just has been on Strictly. So, you know, very much in the press. So, obviously, a glass of wine. Right, so, tossing the flour, yeast and salt, please excuse my back, but I've got no choice. In my amazing KitchenAid, wouldn't be without it. Second one I've had, last one the motor went, but I think maybe overuse. Not that I'm a professional baker. So I've slung that in, then add the milk and saffron water. Which I think, I don't think I take the saffron out. See, it doesn't say whether I leave the saffron in or not, but add the milk and saffron water. Well, I'm going to sling it all in. Yeah, I'm going to sling that in. So pop that in, that's one. And the milk, I'm going to pop that in, that's another. So the yeast and salt are in there. Combine until the dough just comes together. So I've had to, welcome back, sorry, that was very rude of me, welcome back. So I've had to leave that, all that's in there is the flour, the salt and the sugar, and I had to leave it rest for a minute, for 15 minutes, not sure, I've not done that before, but that's what the recipe says. And I'm a bit of a recipe girl. So then I've got to add the butter, honey, vanilla, zest and carrot, and then get it all going for about 15 minutes, it says. So I'm going to pop all that in. My mixer. I mentioned earlier my Cuisinart, and the only reason why, well, I will mention lots of things because I think it's quite nice to hear what other people think of things, but I have loved my KitchenAid. Really not a big cook, certainly not a big baker, but I do use it all the time. Really got into baking bread during lockdown, really enjoyed it. So pop that on, and that'll just do its thing. I think David said to put it on for quite low, so maybe that's the next one down, you know, a bit missed for me. So I've taken my glasses off. As you can see, I'm not really a glasses girl, need them for reading, but as I get a bit older, need them a bit more. But thank goodness we've got a very friendly optician or ophthalmologist in our village in Cowbridge, so I'm sure he'll look after me very soon. So around my kitchen, Nespresso, tried loads of them. We've had coffee to bean, we've had pods, we've now got this one. And this is new, Santa bought me this from my lovely girlfriend Sarah. I only had a really small one. I think that's it's one of the chefs. Jamie Oliver, just been reminded. It's a Jamie Oliver one. Haven't used it in earnest yet, but I'm sure I will do. Next we have the Cuisinart. This is new, loving this, but haven't used it to its full potential. Done a bit of chopping in it and a bit of other stuff in it, but it's got a gazillion gadgets, so really need to try and work out how I use that a bit more. My double oven, a bit embarrassed to say, needs cleaning post-Christmas, but I've got a lovely guy that's coming to do that for me. It's a double oven. It's a Neff, and the top bit's a microwave oven, which again I was a bit sceptical of, but really like it. The oven's been put into great use over Christmas, as you can imagine, worked perfectly. Not 100% sure on the whole self-cleaning thing, that's why we've got somebody coming in to do it. So I've just added the raisins, so I just soaked the raisins first, and I just added the raisins into the dough, just mixing that in just for a couple of minutes. And then so the dough's gone, it says it should be sticky to start with and then form kind of a nice texture, which it has. What I didn't mention earlier was halfway down the instructions, it says to mix into a shaggy dough. Now, for a woman of a certain age, I cannot resist the urge to go shaggy dough. Just me maybe, but hey, it's my video, so I'm allowed to say it. And you might be asking why we're filming it. Well, we've got another week off after the Christmas break. I've really taken to baking and to cooking and to using my lovely new kitchen really over the last 18 months. and we didn't have anything else to do on a rainy day, so we thought, why not? My husband's quite handy with a camera, so we thought we'd give it a try. But actually it's probably more than that. I just want to give an honest view of my world, of what we do sometimes for a bit of fun, a bit of a hobby, but also to go through some of the stuff. We've spent a lot of money over the years on gadgets and things like that, and I just want to give an honest view of what's working for me. It's not a review by any means, it's actually my review. It's what works for me and what I like and what helps my life and what keeps me a bit happy when I'm doing maybe some dull stuff. So that's it really. Just wanted to have a bit of fun. So as long as we enjoy it, I hope you enjoy it a little bit. If not, then just switch your video off or your phone off, really doesn't matter, I don't mind. We'll still carry on having fun. Oh, Hollywood, king of bread. So I've had this now for about 6 months and I've only done about, I don't know, 4 or 5 recipes, but it's brilliant. But if you listen to him, he says you don't have to put it in a proving oven, you can just leave it on the side, you don't even have to put it in the airing cupboard. But I've got the gadget, so I'm going to use it. So that will go in there for an hour. I'll cover it with a bit of cling film. Again, Paul says doesn't matter about the dry crust on top, so you can do what you want to do. So I'm going to put it in the oven. I will cover it with a bit of cling film, but I'll see you back in about an hour. So this bit is not actually in the recipe because I was just about to put it in the oven to prove, but it's really sticky. So David, if you end up watching, it'd be great to know what you think. But if you look, it's really, really, really sticky. So I'm kind of freewheeling a bit. Hey, look at me. So I'm just adding a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick too much, but who knows, it might end up really dry. So yeah, then I'll know, won't I, for next time. But yeah, didn't feel quite right. And I've made a reasonable amount of bread over the last few months. And I tend to sling a bit of flour in just to get rid of some of the stickiness. But yeah, I think it's got quite a nice texture apart from that. So ad-libbing. So what am I wearing? You may or may not be interested at all. If you're not, then sign off now and come back a bit later if you don't want to stick to the bread. But why am I wearing heels? So I always say there's actually 3, one which I'm not prepared to mention on the video, but there are 3 ways to a man's heart, well, certainly to my man's heart. One is through his stomach a little bit. He's a bit of a foodie, so hence the baking, hence the cooking. And another one is through heels. Not a man for feet, I think is best to say, but to be honest, me neither. So I've got a beautiful selection of heels, so why not wear them? So where are these boots from? Because I've actually had them for some time. They are from my husband's just where from? So they're Aldo shoes. A lot of my shoes actually are from Aldo. I get some posher ones every now and then, and I'll talk to you about those another time. But my jeans are Freddy's. Amazing. Kind of hold you in the right place. You may disagree, but I think they hold me in the right place. Only found them last year, and again, love them. And a good old Marks and Spencer's jumper. So again, feel fairly relaxed, feel fairly casual, but kind of smart, not feeling too much of a tramp. So now I am going to put this in the oven to prove, and I will see you in about an hour. Bye. So it's risen. It's risen a lot, more than doubled in size. I've washed my hands. Didn't really need to bore you with that though, I don't think. Cracky, it's still really sticky. Okay, it's fine. Sticky's okay, I think. Who knows? David, is it okay? Should it be this sticky? That's all right. This will be not so good. Oh, that's really sticky. It smells gorgeous though, I have to say. And when I say things look nice or they smell nice, trust me, I'm not saying how amazing I am. What I'm saying is how great the recipe is. I'm just executing somebody else's work. Maybe not so well at the moment. Let's have a look. There we are. Right. So don't forget, this is in my kitchen. So, you know, you can comment on whatever you want. I really don't mind. But like criticising me for cross-contamination and stuff like that, this is just for family use. It's not, no more than that. I will try and do things properly for the sake of my little videos, but I'm sure I won't all the time. Yeah, definitely more flour. chance to use my new masterclass dough cutter. Oh, my world has been exciting, hasn't it, this year? So cut it into 3 reasonably equal pieces. Okay, I'm going to go for that. So it says you stick that one to that one and that one to that one. That makes sense. Consider that stuck. And you push these right out. And then, I feel really nervous about it. Okay, right, okay. You wrap that one over there. You kind of do that with it. Okay. See, my sausage isn't quite the right shape. And then you pull that one out of it. Okay. Then you put that one over here. Hey, look at that. Well, that's okay, isn't it? Ish. And you put that one, because it's going to get bigger. So I'm actually going to put it back into
remembering where you went
proving
next.
thing.
I probably should be
My
smiling.
left proving oven.
I'm guessing that my looking down face isn't going to be particularly attractive.
Used a lot.
I can't smile and concentrate.
And yeah, cling film's all right in here because it only gets to 40
Okay,
degrees.
all right.
Well,
That's okay.
Close the door.
I'm
Done.
going to
So I'll come back
just
shortly.
leave it there for a minute because I'm going to transfer it to a baking tray without you guys watching, if that's okay. So I'll see you shortly.
So I used these and husband as well. Yeah, so it's definitely not perfect, but that's okay. So done that, put the loaf on a lined baking tray, cover with an oiled piece of cling film and leave until it's doubled again in size. Because it's going to get bigger. So I'm actually going to put it back into the proving bit, into my Neff proving oven. Used a lot. That wasn't very clever. And yeah, cling film's all right in here because it only gets to 40 degrees. So push go again. Close the door. Done. So I'll come back shortly. See, it's more than doubled in size. It's huge. But it has lost its definition, so I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Probably a bad thing. So I'm just going to egg wash it, which I guess will make it sink a little bit. I don't know. So egg wash it. I'm sure that this isn't going to end up looking how David's looks, but it'll be fine. It's all going to be fine. All going to be fine. Positive mental attitude. That's it. Yeah, definitely all merging into one kind of loaf blob, but I don't care. That's fine. Right, that's probably it. And then sprinkle it with sugar. Now, David asked for half caster sugar and half sugar nibs, and I didn't have any nibs, so it's all caster sugar. I'm guessing a nib is like a bigger bit. There's quite a lot of sugar, but hey ho. There. It says 200, but I've got a very fierce oven. So I'm going to cook that for 25 minutes. So it's definitely going to be for 25 minutes because I've got a nail appointment. So I definitely need to get out before then. So that's on. I've put it at 180 and I'm going to bake it for 25 minutes and then I will show you. But before you go, just want to say what a joy it's been welcoming you into my home, or our home, for the first time. So probably not the best video, but I'm going to try and get better. Just a joy to have you around, so thank you. I've enjoyed baking it. It's a rainy day out there, so I haven't had to go out yet. And we've had a little bit of fun, so if you want to join me again, then hopefully we'll make some more videos. Don't know what we'll do next time, maybe not a plat, but really nice to see you. So here's my final result. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of difference between David's and mine, but I've done the power of Google, and I think it's fair to say that I think my dough might have been a little bit moist. But I'm going to give it another go. There's no failure. I think it's going to taste okay, but I'll let you know that later. But yeah, not such the effort I was hoping, but it doesn't matter. I've given it a go. I'm going to try it again for sure, and let's see what happens next time. So I'll let you know what it tastes like. But yeah, do send me any suggestions, all you great bakers out there, of which I'm clearly not one.
But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making it, so really can't wait to see you again. Leave any comments you want, as long as they're good ones. Don't want any negative comments, thanks very much. But yeah, have a great day.